So maybe feet slightly wider than the hips. Take a good breath in, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, fold over your legs. Let yourself hang like a rag doll. Hold on to the elbows and sway a little bit from side to side. Feel really heavy in your upper body here. Open the mouth and breathe out a couple of times. And then slowly roll it back up to standing. As you do so, lift the arms overhead again. Hold on to one wrist. Doesn't really matter which one. Go over to one side, and we're going to make a big circle here. And we're going to keep circling a few times. Lean as much back as you'd like or not at all. And just same direction, same wrist, doesn't matter which way. Feel free to stop in a particular spot that needs a little bit more stretch. And then switch to the second wrist and go in the opposite direction. These are the times when it's nice to be on mute and you can just groan all you want as we work out those morning kinks. Okay, back to the center and then fold over, ragdoll pose again. Let it all hang. Breathe it out. From there, we'll work our way into downward facing dog. So shift on your mat to downward dog with the hands forward and the feet back. Shake the head a little yes and no and pedal through your feet. And find a little stillness in this pose of down dog. Lower the knees to the mat and do child's pose. Knees apart, big toes together. Sink back into the heels. Reach your arms out long in front of you. And then walk both hands over to the right side to go back towards that side body stretch. Walk it across the center over to your second side. And then bring it back to the middle. Come up to all fours. Couple rounds of cat and cow. Pull the chest forward and through. Eyes and tailbone rise up. Scoop into cat pose. Nice lift through the spine. Drop the head. Tone in the belly. And then find neutral. Bring the knees together, but keep the hands shoulder distance apart. Lift the right leg up and back. Flex your foot, point the toes down to the floor. And then extend the left arm out in front, opposite arm and leg here. Pull elbow and knee in towards each other, round the back like cat pose, and then extend out. Do it a couple of times more. Inhale, pull in, and extend. Inhale, pull in, and then extend. Lower the hand, lower the knee. Switch sides, left leg goes up and back, flex the foot, point the toe down, tone in the abdomen, think navel more towards the spine to lengthen and lift through the tailbone, and then right arm out in front. Okay, let's add the movement, elbow and knee in, and extend. Twice more, pull in, extend, and pull in, and extend. Lower hand, lower knee, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Let's do that extension and pull in a few times here from three-legged dog. So now you get to lift your right leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Try to square off the hips, which probably lowers the leg. So same thing, if you flex the foot and point the toes down to the floor, it's okay. It's not as high, no big deal. But we keep the hips square. And then an easier line there to pull the knee in towards the chest in plank pose and up and back. And do it twice more, right into the center the whole time today. And up and back. And then into the center and up and back. Step the right foot all the way through into your lunge this time. A few steps is fine until you get your full stride. Take the twist, right arm high. And then into down dog lunge, spin the back heel down, hands towards the left corner of the mat. Keep the weight in the legs, less in the hands. And today, let's go into the figure 4 down dog. So walk the hands back in, cross the right ankle over the left knee, bend the left knee a lot to get into that figure 4 shape. In Sanskrit, it's Sukhirandrasana. So my teacher often calls this Sukhi dog. Okay. Full down dog. We get to do the fun three-legged dog on the second side. So left leg up, lift, lift, lift. And then square off the hips, bringing the leg lower. Keep the leg as straight as you can. Really fully engage. And then let's draw it in, knee to chest. And up and back. Twice more, knee in. And up and back. Third time's a charm right here. Pull it in. Up and back. And now step it all the way through. Again, helping hand, whatever it takes until you find your full stride. Keep the feet hip distance. Square the hips. And add the twist, left hand up. Change to your down dog lunge, hands to the inside, back heel down. Push through the back leg and try to extend out to the hands. And then here, Sukhi dog. You take the hands back to down dog, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Bend the right knee deeply so that you can sit low and feel the opening through the hips. Great way to work hip opener while building core and upper body strength. Okay, down dog. Look into the hands and walk your way forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. And bring palms together, center of the chest. 2 rounds of sun salutation A. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. Lower flat down to the yoga mat. Peel the chest up for cobra. Press down through the hands and feet. And a change to down dog. Take that change as fast or slow as you wish, because then once we're here in dog, we always get a couple of breaths. Next, inhale, look in between your hands, step or even try a jump, front of the mat. Half lift, forward fold, stand, reach the arms to the sky, palms together, center of the chest. Okay, inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. Lower down to your yoga mat. Cobra, peel the chest up. Down dog, lift the hips up and back. Breath. Look in between your hands, step or jump to the front of the mat. Half lift, forward fold, stand up, reach the arms to the sky, palms together, center of the chest. Pause right here, give yourself a few breaths. Notice how the movement is affecting the mood, the feeling on the mat this morning. Take it in. Let's keep adding on, keep lifting, arms up to the sky. Utkatasana, bend your knees, sit into the thighs. We're adding a twist here, bring the palms together. Bring the left elbow towards the right knee. If that feels a little too crunched, just stay more lifted. Same pose. Find the variation that works for you. The opposite knee likes to slide forward. Try to pull it back in line, mostly squaring off the hips. I'm all about the mostlies and the trying. We do our best. And then back through your center. Stand up and reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, rebend the knees, sit into your thighs. Second time, second side here, palms together. In Utkatasana, now the right elbow towards the left side. It can lock down or again stay more lifted. Do try to push the hands more towards the center of the chest and the top elbow to point straight up to the sky. Some of those key external bits can help get everything else more internally lined up as well. Okay, we untwist. Inhale, stand, lift the arms to the sky. This time, forward fold, it'll feel nicer. Keep the legs a little straighter. Let all 10 fingers come to the ground, standing forward fold. Stay with it for a few breaths. And keeping all 10 fingers on the ground, knees can be a little or a lot bent. And the work we do is to lift through the back end of the legs. Just slowly inching the seat a little higher towards the sky as your body allows. Okay, keep the right foot forward, step the left foot back into our good old low lunge. Make sure those feet are hip distance apart. And then come upright, torso vertical, arms overhead. High lunge, often called a crescent lunge. Okay, and now with the right foot forward, let's hold on to our left wrist, lean towards the right side, and like we did in the beginning, try that circling. It takes more core strength and balance. You're probably not in as big of a movement as when we're standing solid on 2 feet. Just play with what happens. Circle less as balance needs. No wrong way to do this. What helps me is keeping the gaze at one point as everything else kind of moves around it. Strong in the glutes. We'll release, go back to your high lunge, arms apart. Hands down either side of the front foot. Okay, can we scoop it all the way to 3-legged dog? Right leg all the way back and up. Bend the right knee, open the hips, so make the right knee face more up towards the sky, the toes towards the left. And then I want to make circles with the knee. Sweep it down towards your mat, up and around to the sky. Down to the mat, up and around to the sky. And switch directions. Go in the opposite direction as well. 2 big circles, maybe 3, in each direction, just depending on your time. Okay, and then the right leg goes down to the ground. Getting ahead of myself. Look back up to the hands. Step or jump forward to the front of the mat. Half lift. Forward fold. Stand up, reach the arms to the sky. Palms together, center of the chest. We're doing that whole thing for the second side, including the chair twist. Arms up, bend the knees, sit. So start right elbow towards the left knee here in the twist. Same pose, just separated by a tiny bit of movement. Breath and tension, how's it feeling here? You untwist, stand up again. Go right back into it, second side. Left elbow towards the right knee. If you tend to twist pretty deeply, you can try to scooch it in even more shoulder to knee. And we untwist and lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, all 10 fingers get the opportunity to touch the ground. Make that sort of closed chain response, if you will, and then lift through the back of the legs. Keep the left foot forward, step your right foot back into your low, long lunge. And then come upright in the torso, and again, arms to the sky. Of course, there's a variation of allowing the back knee to be down on the mat. I kind of like the wobble and the adjustments and the needs of staying upright. So if you can, stay with me. It's not about making it perfect, it's just about trying. This time we hold on to the right wrist and lean towards the left. And then circle. What muscles have to work a little differently? Intention and engagement. Just a little different movement than we're used to, at least with me. Keep exploring. And then release the circle, arms overhead. Lower the hands either side of the front foot. Okay, this big scoop, left leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. And then 2 to 3 big circles in each direction. Knee sweeps down, out and around. Down, out and around. Switch and go the other way. Out and around and then down. Full down dog, 2 feet get to stay on the ground. We're coming into a squat here. Look towards your hands, step your feet to the outside of your hands. Turn the toes off the mat, heels can stay on the mat. Squat down as low as possible, keeping the feet flat on the ground. Slowly draw your torso more upright. Palms to the chest. Back to that prayer position or Anjali Mudra. Creating intention, stay right, we're here. And then catch the hands behind you, sit all the way down. However is best for you to get all the way down here. Catch the hook behind your knees and lift your feet up off of the ground in boat pose, supported. Now we're gonna be rocked back on the tailbone, but we're doing our best to balance forward, keep the chest lifted, think broad across the collarbone. And then try taking the hands off. Either keep the hands off or decide, nope, I want the support. Kind of play back and forth. Same thing, legs straight or bent. You can play a little bit. Straighten, bend, with or without the support of the hands. Don't be afraid to do one thing for one breath, something else for the next breath. Exploring a little bit. Looking super, everybody. Cross at your ankles, come back to all fours. Stretch once more to down dog. And three-legged dog, right leg high. Step the right foot all the way forward to your lunge. Come up to warrior two. So spin the back heel down, open hips and shoulders to the side, extend the arms out in either direction. Well done. Look out over the front fingertips. Steady as a warrior right here. Nothing added for now. Side angle pose. Go elbow to knee, or if you're feeling like a little extra reach, hand to the floor under a block today. Top arm overhead, reach nice and long. Bring both hands down to the floor on the inside of your foot, back into the low lunge. I'm just gonna throw this at you because we've been working it this month. Take humble warrior, or wear the right leg like a backpack. So you're coming down to the forearms, first stage. You're coming shoulder under the right leg, best we can, with the hand to the outside of the foot, second stage. Keep adding on as you're ready. Walk the back foot in. Set the left knee on the left upper arm bone. Take yourself into one-legged crane pose. One or both feet try to get off the mat. Right leg extends. And then walk yourself back into the backpack if you're not there. Back towards humble warrior, hands to the inside. And finally, all the way back to downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up. Step it all the way through. Warrior 2, spin the back heel down, lift your torso. Hips, shoulders face the side, extend the arms out in either direction. Pause here. Pause in the outer form of the body. Stay full and alive within, of course. Okay, side angle, elbow to knee. Top arm overhead, if you prefer today, that longer reach, fingertips to floor block. Both hands then go down to the floor on the inside of the foot, spin the back heel up. So you're in that low lunge, hands to the inside. That's what I'm calling our humble warrior. Stay there for a little more time. Go for the backpack leg. A lot of times this month I did a lot to prep us for this pose coming into it. There's not much prep today, so just see what happens. It's just in the play. If you're going for it, right foot comes in until it sits on the upper right arm bone. Try to squeeze those feet off the ground as you sit your butt down towards the ground like a squat. It makes the physics of it easier. And then we've got to go back through all the things we came into. So back into that backpack leg. Unwind it to humble warrior. And then we unwind to downward facing dog. Bend the knees and walk your hands backwards, backwards, backwards to your feet. Ooh, just like we started, ragdoll pose here. Slowly build your way up to standing. Roll the shoulders up, back and down a couple of times. And forward and down. One last little bit standing here. Take the arms up to the sky. Pull the right knee up and into your chest. Try it with no hands today. Can you make your right leg straighter? And then rebend the knee a lot. Do it again. Make the right leg straighter. Bend the knee. Do it one more time. Nice big tone in the belly. Push down through the left leg to help the right leg do its work. Rebend the knee. And then keep the arms lifted, but step the right foot down and go right into the second side. Left knee comes up towards the chest. Plug down into the standing leg to help you out. Straighten the left leg and bend. Twice more. Straighten and bend and straighten and bend. Stamp down, left foot to the ground. Kick the right heel now towards your seat. Take your right hand, hold on to the right foot. In this flamingo stretch, try to pull the right leg back behind you. And then back in. And it's like micro changes, a little bit more back behind you. And in. And then a little more back behind you. And in. Lower the leg to the floor. We've got one more side here. So if both arms are up, go to your second side, heel towards the seat. Same hand holds onto the foot, in your typical flamingo position. I'm falling all over the place. It's a part of the practice. Pull the heel back away and in, making the adjustments, finding the alignment that works for you. Back and in, 3 times there. And then we're lowering the foot back down to the ground. Give it a good shake. Okay, good. Lift the arms up. Exhale, fold, walk it out. Last down dog right here. And then come forward to plank pose and lie flat down on the belly. Reach your arms out in front of you as if you were still standing and fully extended. And then kick the right heel towards your seat. Right hand to the foot. I hold the outside of the foot in this case. Thumb kind of pointed down towards the floor. And then the same thing we just tried to do in a standing balance. Kick the heel away from your butt so that it lifts you and half bow. And then release, heel closer into the seat. We'll do it twice more. Inhale, lift away. And exhale, more release. And then inhale, lift away. And exhale, release. Let go of the right foot. Stretch the right arm back out in front of you. We get to do it on the second side. Left heel in towards the seat. Left hand finds the left foot. And inhale, lift and extend. Try to get the thigh off of the ground, even just a tiny bit. And then pull the heel in. Do it twice more with the breath. Lift and extend. Exhale and release. Inhale, push the heel away. And exhale, release. You can maneuver to child's pose. No rush, take a couple more breaths there. But then when you're ready, come upright in the torso. Take a simple twist, look over your right shoulder. A simple twist to the second side. And then we'll come to have a seat on the mat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Okay, similar twist, but we're adding on the leg, so it gets a little more complicated. Right foot in and cross over, but we're all pretty used to doing this. So right foot down, both sides of the seat on the ground, sit up tall, and then again, twist. Simple twist in that I don't want you to overdo it here. Just kind of like what comes to you. I'm gonna keep the hand on the front of the shin rather than hooking it over the thigh like we did earlier. Okay, inhale and come back to the middle. Release the leg and do this on the second side. Foot in and over. Again, we want the foot flat, so it doesn't matter if it's more towards the knee or hip, but try to keep the whole foot flat on the ground. Both hips mostly even on the ground. One of those mostly do your best kind of elements. And then twist. And all of my cues to mostly do this or that, try your best for this or that, do what feels right, are just exactly that, because of course we are all unique in the way that our bodies are moving from one day to the next, one practice to the next. So you find what works today. All right, come back around to your middle. Extend both legs out and give it a little bit of a shake. So I'm going to take Baddha Konasana, but this one more, we call this one Tadasana, when you keep your heels further out. So I'm not trying to pull the heels as close into the pelvis as possible. Plenty of space there. This fuller pose as we lean forward with our forehead. Oh, just resting into the feet. Simple, right? Maybe for some. I'm not that some. Okay, hold on to one wrist, and we're going to do that circling again. So with the legs in Tadasana, you're trying to just come down and around. Feel the strengthening, necessary toning elements in the abdomen to keep you from falling. And then switch at some point, hold on to the other wrist and go in the second direction. Let's stay forward and down, arms drape a bit over the legs. Head to or towards your feet. Gradually shift to lie down onto your back. Pull the knees into the chest. Take the hands out to your T or goal pose shape and lower both knees over to the right side in this final twist, a supine twist. You can add any extra flair here that you'd like, extending a leg, crossing a leg, little binds of the hands, or just keep it simple. Bring the knees across your center and lie them down to the second side. And then bring the knees back to the middle. Any last little bits of unwinding movement added in here? Another pose. Maybe it's happy baby. Just holding on to the legs a little bit more. Windshield wiper the legs. Again, what do you need? These last little bits of movement. And then settle into some stillness. As always, find stillness in the way that works for you. Lie down on your back, on your side, take a seat. Slowly bring attention, awareness back to the body. A little bit of movement in fingers and toes. For those lying back, take your time to come back to a seated position. And then draw the palms together, giving yourself gratitude for this time for practice. And as the gateway into the rest of the day, we sing the sound of Om, sing along, listen, or tune it out. Empty out the breath here. Take a breath in. Again, full gratitude to you, each other, this practice. Namaste.